Hello everyone and welcome to a game called Wildermyth. This is going to be a new play series that we end up starting, and it is a Dungeons and Dragons type game that is, from what I understand, procedurally generated. Now, a little bit of backstory: I have never played this game before. I've heard a lot of really good things about it, and I'm going to be kind of going into this blind. So if you guys have any thoughts on what things I should do, feel free to drop a comment. If you want to follow along the storyline, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'm going to be posting some more of these, and you guys can kind of go on that journey with me. But I think we're going to just jump right on in and see what this game offers. So first of all, we are going to name ourselves, and we're just going to start with our name. Alright. So, you know what? In support of the developers, we're gonna just keep this box checked here and just see if we can, help them out. But let's create our character here and jump right on in. Okay. So we're gonna do play and then new story. And it looks like there's a bunch of different either chapters or options or something that we can do here as far as our campaigns. So this is the only one that's currently unlocked, so we're going to jump right in here. And we'll keep it on pretty much the default settings here. Let's see, one save file only, every decision is permanent, no retrying after game over. You know what? That sounds interesting, so we're going to click that. And apparently you can have mods in this game too, which I am always a fan of. So, let's get going. Looks like we have different maps and all that. Okay, so we're selecting our party here. I honestly have no idea what all of these different things do. But, let's just try re-rolling a couple times and seeing what we get. So it looks like these right here are basically their personality types, I would imagine. Got a bunch of greedy people. Still some more greedy. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a diverse split. Okay, it's always good to have a compassionate leader. Let's keep going. See what kind of other things they have here. See what happens if we inspect here. Okay, cool. So it looks like we can actually do a lot of different things when it comes to changing their looks and so skin color, hair color, and it looks like their clothing colors. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, and we can re-roll them individually, it looks like. Dungeon Bog. You know what? We're gonna keep him. I like his name. Oh, and we got stats and all that. So yeah, this is very Dungeons and Dragons-esque for sure. And it looks like, yeah, we can allow relationships and all of that. Oh, we even got backstories. So why don't we keep this guy and we'll take a look at some of the other characters. But for the story of Dungeon Bog, as a boy, Dungeon wanted nothing more than to simply vanish into a book or a painting, perhaps never come back. Always, there was a moon under which to promise the most impossible things. He gave breath to his soul's fantasies in the silver seclusion of the night. The twin stars of fear and compassion caught him in their gravity. Sometimes they tugged him in differing directions. More often they pulled way with doubled force. Okay, well, seems like Dungeon Bog has a great destiny ahead of him, or so it would appear. But why don't we just keep him as default, and we'll check on Ed Hand. Ed Hand? You know what? We're re-rolling. Why don't we get the Romantic Greed Wagon? Okay. Sure, why not? I kind of like how she looks already here. Why don't we make her a very short and slender romantic Greedwagon? And can I change any of this here? I don't really know. Oh, it looks like she gets some extra health due to her upbringing. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm guessing all of these stats and backgrounds and everything like that will impact the way that the character does play. Okay, and I'm guessing these hooks are part of her personality as well. Alright. Very cool. Alright, let's see what Zura's backstory is here. Oh, and can we actually change all of this? It looks like we can. Now, because I don't understand what any of these do, I think it might be a good idea just to kind of go with what we're given here. But, you know, why don't we actually just change one and see what all that does. Really not seeing a whole lot in terms of her passive abilities, but as you can see... Ooh, Darkheart sounds really cool. Let's do Darkheart. Let's do Darkheart, and why don't we do... Make her a flirt. Why don't we make her a romantic Greedwagon flirt with a Darkheart, and why don't we make her... well, she's got to be a little bit greedy, right? I think Proud is probably a good one. Yeah. Alright, so Zura grew up among hardy farmers who coaxed small crops from thin soil. Hollow of belly, full of determination. There was often a strangeness in her face, as if she harbored some impossible notion, was in fact on the cusp of expressing it. May as well try to pry moonlight from a fox's eye. No one would ever know that what she held back. Romance felt trite and unimportant to her in the face of duty. But of course, feelings don't ask permission, and even logic may be overcome. Okay, well, we'll keep Zura. And... why don't we roll this guy? So I guess this is going to be our mystic here. Why don't we find someone who looks like a mystic? Mornmeyer. You know, that just sounds like a mystic's name. Mornmeyer. Oh, and he's an intellectual. Okay. We have a bunch of greedy people in our party. I kind of like him. Why don't we make him a little bit more tall and quite narrow? I think that's a good mystic build. Okay. And then we'll check out the history. Wildheart, distant, literary. You know, I kind of like this. Let's give him a little bit of... Why don't we make him mysterious? I think I like that. Alright, reared as a prince by a court of woodland beasts, Mornmeyer came out of the wilderness one day, attuned to the ways and wiles of the land. He used to go to a mountain 3 or 4 times per year to honor his dead parents. As time passed, he made the pilgrimage less and less. He obsessed over his studies and misunderstood societies of monstrous races. He never missed a chance to gather first-hand data. He seems, you know, very appropriate to this role. Okay. I actually like how he looks, so let's hit done, and I think we are going to start with our group of ragtag adventurers. Alright, this book. I'm really not sure. We're supposed to click on... Okay, these are our character sheets. Got it. Ruminate for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. It's increasingly likely I won't last the night. But that's what books are for, to ensure that our knowledge survives us. And this again is our mystic talking. Very well then. This must qualify as the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing any of this during during what I'm doing the reading on. So Startled only by the rustle of mice among the thorn, a young man named Dungeon takes the seasonal road to the town of Misty Bottom. New blankets, new candles, order a chair made, have the carpenter's kids deliver it. I'll be too cozy to move in my shadowless room. Next winter, I'll make everyone visit me. Breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. I'm there already, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Zura out of the house. Wonder if her bread baking idea ever worked out. Or her dice game. Or if she bought that press, or... that smoke? Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Dungeon hurries toward the town, thinking of Zura, a young woman whom he's known since his boyhood. Okay, so it seems that Dungeon and Zura have somewhat of a connection here. And it looks like we can either give them a romance, a friendship, or a rivalry. I'm really not sure what to pick, but I think I'm kind of curious what the rivalry would be, right? So let's pick that. I guess I'll be down a coin or two. Oh man, we're really playing in these guys' greed, aren't we? Hey Zura, you here? Okay. So it looks like we're in the game's combat screen. Alright, so if they're green, our hero has an action left. We could do a single move, which takes one action, or a double move, which takes both. Okay, so it looks like it's very... okay, I think I understand here. So if all of this is green, then that means we can move to here. And then we also have a action phase. Okay, so why don't we walk here, and then, okay, so it looks like anything in this circle, or not circle, but the yellow area here will allow me to perform actions within it. Why don't we just do a double move and walk on over there? Okay. And there's our action sequence. Huh. The fire didn't reach her house. Figures. Zura, fire out here. You're not sleeping, are you? That idiot. Why is no one... yeah. Yeah, you. What? Honestly, wish you would have skipped. Get inside. Alright, so... our two characters have made it together. And... I'm guessing because we chose that rivalry, they are not very happy with one another. Okay. Yeah, there's things in the streets. You didn't see any? Like, monsters. I don't know. I've got one trapped behind your bow. ... There's apparently one in the house. Okay. We'll burn in here. Can we... I mean, we could try and fight it. Right. So here I've got some tools around. Look, I know we're not best friends, but we still find a reason to see each other. Can you help me fight it off? Okay, so we get to choose a weapon here. Why don't we... yeah, I personally would go with a pitchfork if I was fighting something that I didn't know what the hell it was. So I'm going to choose pitchfork for him. You should be so lucky. You're dying alone or not at all. And he says, I can't believe I'm dying with you. Okay. Alright, so it looks like this is a faux card, and it's a rogue. So hooves thrown sloppily around beneath it, it runs staggering below it, bellowing its agony. Okay. So we need to kill that beast. I don't know. Okay, so we have to go outside of the house. Why don't we move this guy over here? Oh wow, can we interact with these things? Hold on. Attack scenery. I'm gonna try it. I don't even know what it does, so. Extinguish lamp. Oh man, this is really cool. So, can we attack the walls, or is it just certain things, or... You know, I'm just gonna open the door here. Okay. We're gonna send this guy on out. And we have revealed one of the monsters. Okay, stand adjacent to an ally to wall with them. Walling reduces incoming damage by 1 and does not stack. Okay. So, why don't we head right here, and then for her, we'll wall with our warrior. Okay, taking some damage. And why don't we have him move over here, and let's do a strike. Our warrior named Dungeon isn't very effective, is he? Okay, so I don't think we can, I think we have to, your weapon range is shown in red. Okay, so we can't actually hit him right there. Can we do here and then shoot, and will it hit Dungeon? It will not, okay. Perfect, so we are still walled together, and looks like we've taken it out. Cool. Oh, he's now a greenhorn warrior. Okay. And we get to choose an ability. I'm really not sure what I would like to do. I don't know what Guardian is, but that seems cool. It's a passive ability. Okay. As a swift action, Dungeon engages a foe, forcing it to attack him. So he's kind of like a tank. Dungeon must stay in range and maintain a clear line of sight, plus 1 armor pen per, or plus 1 armor per engagement. So yeah, that's definitely the tanky one here. Replaces Guardian. The warrior leaps up 2 tiles in order to intercept the foe with who passes nearby, performing a reaction strike. You know, I think I kind of like the idea of Dungeon being our tank. So let's grab that. And let's see what kind of abilities we can get for Zura. Zura fires a cleverly placed arrow that will pass through the first target and hit the next target in a line, dealing -1 damage to the second target. Okay. Zura has coated, this is called Quelling Moss. So Zura has coated her weapons in Quelling Moss. Her physical attacks apply poison. As an action, she can toss a flask of burning moss that applies poison to all units in an area. I kind of like that. Once per turn, Zura is refunded an action point after a melee kill. Well, we really don't want her to be in melee. I kind of like Quelling Moss. It seems pretty good. So when it says all units in an area, that could also be a problem because I don't know if it applies to us. But you know what? We're gonna go with it. It sounds cool. And we found a Scarf of Divinity. Okay. I'm really not sure what warding does. You know what? We're gonna put it on him. She says, I just shot a monster. I hit it, didn't I? Did I hit it? Lie to me if you have to. The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris, some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Mornmire? Mornmire must already be waiting for us. We'll be safer if... Or, anyway, we should both go. He's at the ruined tower by now. Anyway, what about my house? No one's going to steal your stuff. Mornmire will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. Oh, man. That sucks. I know exactly what that's like. Is it really? He goes, huh, yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet him. We should. The tower in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go in that direction. Dungeon and Zero follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. Oh, I get to choose again. Okay, so you know what? I think their rivalry was the start of things, but because they worked together and were able to take down this foe, they may have regained some of their long-lost friendship. So why don't we choose this here? Okay. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. You've known Mordmeyer longer than I have. He's pretty capable, I feel like. Oh. Yeah, Mordmeyer's lost in his own thoughts, sometimes, but he doesn't often disappoint me, you know? Weird things do tend to happen around him, but I'd say he's probably up there, figuring things out. Okay, so it looks like this is the scouting map screen, as I was just about to say, but it said it for me. And it looks like it's a world map or a campaign of places that we can travel to. So, it looks like our next task is to go and rescue Mordmeyer, or maybe I'm taking control of him. I'm not quite sure yet. But I think this is a good place to stop things for now, and we'll pick up next time on our way to visit Mordmeyer. So, anyway, I hope you guys had fun watching this, or at least watching me struggle through it and figure out what the heck I'm doing. If you guys have any suggestions or you have any information or anything like that, feel free to drop a comment and leave a like and subscribe, as I'm probably going to need all the help that I can get in the coming future, because like I said, never played this game and I'm looking forward to it. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode, and take care.